So hello everyone, in this video we'll be understanding the project which is created in ReactJS. In the last video we wrote one command like npx create React app and then our client folder or the client project. After the installation or after all the dependencies, basically dependencies are the packages which are needed to run the ReactJS application is installed, then it will show you like this. So you can see that it is installing all these things like web vitals, testing libraries, all these things. After the installation, then it suggested us to start the server by writing this command, which is npm start, or we can build our application, our react.js application for the production. We'll be understanding what is build actually in upcoming videos. So basically that is for the like deployment, and that is the main thing which we'll be serving to our backend. So first of all, it is suggesting us to go into the client directory, because in the client directory you can see that all these folders are there. This is the node modules folder, which will consist all the packages or the dependencies for running the React.js application. And this will be our public directory. Inside that, there will be one index.html file, which is the main file for that runs actually in the browser. And JavaScript is injected to that index.html file only. That's why React.js is called single page application, because only a single page is served to the browser and dynamically it is changed with a JavaScript. So this is actually our main file, and these of other files are for the like management of the application. Like this is for showing the logo, what do we want to show in our tab or whatever. When we are sharing the link to the other person, at that time also what we want to show to the user, that logo. This is for the logo of React.js. It is actually a React.js logo, and all these things are for the deployment purposes. We will not be understanding that. And this is fav icon which we use for the tab icon. And in the src, this will be the main folder in which we'll be actually working. So you can see that in the src folder there are a lot of files. You can see that app.css is there, app.js is there, everything is there. So many files are there. These files or all these files are actually compiled and then actually injected to this index.html. So all the css and all the javascript is injected to that single file or that single html file actually. So if I go to the app.js, you can see that our basic styling is there. You can see that the imports are there. We'll be understanding what all these things are, and we'll be understanding what is this HTML like syntax. This is actually a JSX. So first we need to start this server. Actually I have already started that. So it is actually starting. You can also open in a new terminal if you want. So I can remove this old terminal. So it is actually installing all these and starting our project. Meanwhile, let's understand what is all these files. This is a test file which we use for testing our React.js application, which we don't need actually for now. I'll be deleting all these things. First, let's see what is the like preview of our first project when we start the application. And this is the logo file which it is using, which React.js is actually using in app.js. And all these files are also for the testing and for analytics, so we don't need them. And this is the git ignore file which we use for like when we are like pushing it inside a git. Then at that time what we don't want to push, that folder or the file will be adding the name of those files in the folder inside this. Then that will be ignored while committing or while pushing that to the remote server. And after that, this package.lock.json is there, which is well, let me just go to this package.json first, then I'll be understanding, like making you understand this file. Package.json is the main file which has all the information about the dependencies and our project. So you can see that So you can see that it is automatically running my application on localhost 3000, which is the default port where a react.js application runs actually. So let me just go to the package.json again. So this package.json file consists of all these, you can say JSON like properties, which is like for example, this name is our project name, which is client version, is it private or not, dependencies, all these things are there. Dependencies are the like main files which will tell you that whatever you will be installing in this react.js project, that will be actually listed here with a version. And after that you can see that some scripts are also there. When you type with all these scripts with npm command, then actually these scripts are run. So this react script start is run when you write npm start, then this script is actually run. So this is the script which is actually running our react.js project. So and similarly, react script build is for building our app for the production, it is for testing, and it is for eject. So all these things are there. And then there is linting, which is mainly used for testing, and all these things are not necessary now. So the basic things were here. Start, which is a script, when we write npm start, then this will be run. So this is actually the thing happening inside the folder. And then this is readme.md, which you generally know that it is for like for showing the details in our repository. Then that file is actually placed there. So it shows the it is a readme file which is generally used for repositories. Okay, so preview of a file, we can add our preview of the project or anything. So this is it in this project, and in the next video we'll be understanding how we can manipulate this uh, react.js project. First, let's see the basic preview of the project. I think it is taking time. Let's also dig inside the other. No, I have made you all the things. Okay, or also in the css, it is just an external css file which you normally see in normal indexed like in normal html css. When we create .css file, it is similar to that, and that file is actually used here. And this is also a global css file which is used inside the index.js. So basically 4 files are there in app.css, index.css, app.js, and index.js, which we need actually, and all the other things we don't need actually, so we can delete them. But I'll be deleting them after this preview of the project. Why it is taking time? Let's see what is the preview. Let me just pause the video. I think I should pause the video. So it has actually started. So you can see that this react.js logo which is rotating, and the background color and the text here, this is actually in the app.js. You can see that the links and the logo which is imported. We'll be understanding all these things, that how it is implemented in the next video, and we'll be manipulating all this like content. We'll be writing our own content, and all these things are actually previewed here, and the css is actually imported from here. So this is the preview actually for a react.js project. Let's meet in the another video in which we'll be manipulating all this. So thank you for watching. Let's meet in the another one.